think you'll pick it up, man. You know what the Roman scene here? I literally know. I know the main guy. Hey, boys, is there a program around here?
Check, mic check.
Check.
You have to just write down like the rotation, guys.
Can you use the pen or no?
No, I think he needs it.
You need it?
Yeah.
Watch out, he's gonna take it.
I need the other two names on there. Alex. Okay, I'm going to do the starters. The starters. Who are the starters?
I have no idea. You'd have to ask them, yeah.
If you want to maybe ask the coach here, assistant coach.
Are you guys doing that? This? Just follow it. Just follow it. Yeah.
Some UBC alum and
No, it's already recorded.
Look at Jason about to dap everybody up.
Welcome to Vancouver College. Tonight's game.
All right, guys, we're here. We're live here at the alumni gym at Vancouver College. I'm here, Ryan Shams. We got Braden Rolla on the mic here. One of the most exciting nights of the year at the alumni gym. Very exciting.
Electric atmosphere as always. It's truly one of those things you have to come in and see live. You could talk about it. Sorry, we're just gonna check the mics.
The officials for this afternoon's game is as River, Mr.
So here we go, about to tip off.
Here we. Hey, do you know how to make it so we can hear each other on the headset? No. Does that not work? All right, let's just roll it. And the tip-off is off. Cole Cruz-Dumont with the ball here. Finds Michael Chong up top. Setting up the offense. Cruz-Dumont on the wing. Kicks to his brother. Michael Chong pokes at the three. No good. It's good to see the Irish back here and healthy. I know last time we went into the Saints' house, a lot of injuries. Very different looking Irish team tonight.
Yeah, Cole was out last game, so grade 10, but really talented. I believe he was the MVP in grade 8 and one of the best players in the province his age, if not the best.
I know we also have Sahil Sandhu ready to go on the bench. I don't think he's suited up for a game yet this year, but from what I hear is he's ready to go tonight.
The three there by Lawson Graham, who played a great game last game in this series, really took over, showed a lot of poise for a grade 11, and took control of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, definitely one of the more dominant big men in the province. I know he's listed on the long list for the BioSteel game, and just got invited out to the U17 Canada tryouts. So very bright future ahead for Jacob Holt. You know, I can't remember the last time I've seen a big man like him come through the Irish system.
We'd have to go back to Mark Traslini, I think.
Yeah, the 2000s, late 2000s. The Saints break the press pretty clean here. Get the ball into Al Ma on the inside, but rebound by Holt. Cruz-Dumont finds Soriano on the wing. Drives to the hoop, but he's blocked. And that's out of bounds.
Wow, huge block, and then a save by Jackson Cohey to keep it going. BC again with the press here.
Jason Soriano with that take right there. I know he was very instrumental in the Irish comeback.
Yeah, they were
about
down
a month
almost
ago.
20 at one point.
Yeah, at the Dragon's Den. So Soriano is a guy who can really step up when the Irish need someone to come through here.
Provincial MVP, just one of the best athletes in the province.
Yes. Two-way, three-way athlete, I guess, if you're counting basketball, track, and football. He'll be competing at the University of British Columbia next year in both track and football.
Irish started out cold last game too. They were, I believe they had 6 points in the first quarter, something like that. We'll see how they start out today.
Yeah. I find with these games, you know, with the crowd and the atmosphere, it always takes the kids a little bit of time to settle. You know, the energy's high, adrenaline's high.
Lawson with a nice driving kick. And
good battle underneath with Theo Bentley there and Jacob Holt. What I like about this St. George's team is, you know, they're very long and athletic, which can really be tough for some of the other teams to play against.
Yeah, they got about 4 guys right now, very long, other than the point guard right now, that are really long. Could really affect the games on both sides of the court.
We got number 5, Lawson Graham here, about to inbound the basketball. Another guy who had a great game against the Irish about a month ago back at St. George's. Really pivotal in that win. Vancouver College basketball.
So as usual, we're just seeing man-to-man on defense by Coach Lloyd Scruggs and the Irish. Same thing right now for St. George's. They did show a couple zone looks in the first game. We'll see if they switch anything up. Right now, clearly the man is working. Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
The big man, Jacob Holt, with the dunk.
That's one way to get the crowd fired up. Quick first step there, and I did not see that coming to the hoop.
Yeah, there's number 20, Al Ma with the bucket.
Be interesting to see what Cole does as a grade 10. The last grade 10 we saw really light it in this series was Callum Chow-White. There he is.
And there's
big three.
for three.
This guy ain't afraid of the big moment. I'm expecting a big game from him and his brother. It's pretty cool too to see both these brothers playing together. The legendary Cruz Dumont family.
Yeah, it's very rare and impressive to see, you know, a grade 10 come in this series and play with that confidence. Because, you know, this isn't just every other game for these guys.
Wow. Holt showing a little inside out, squaring up and taking him off the dribble to the hoop.
Yeah, I think it's really key for the Irish to continue to get Holt touches in the post. Very tough to handle down low there. I think we have Irish basketball here.
Subs coming into the game. Josh Lumtong, been battling injuries all year, but he's a guy who can really change the game. And then for St. George's, number 2, Cooper Sugarman, and 14, Luke Dixon. Luke Dixon hit a huge 3 in the fourth quarter, end of the fourth last game to ice it for Saints.
Yeah, never know when your number is going to be called, but St. George's bench last game came up with some really clutch plays when they really needed it there.
BC really doing a good job establishing hold. I think he's got a touch almost every time down court. With a big man like him, you definitely want to get him a touch every possession. We'll look for them to probably get Hunter going here pretty soon as well.
Yep. I think with having the younger Cruz Dumont back in the lineup now, it just adds a little bit more diversity to the Irish offense. I know last time they were struggling to get the ball in the hoop, and with that threat of young Cruz Dumont and Josh Lumtong, actually, it really kind of makes the Irish offense a little bit more dynamic.
When he's healthy, he could really affect the game, can control the game from the point guard spot. Good job by Sam Wooder, too, a versatile player. Oh, take there by Dixon, and big rebound by Holt. Lumtong bringing it up with Hunter now on the wing, going at Sam Wooder. Kick to Soriano. Wow, tough finish. His body control is absolutely unreal.
Yeah, he's really good at initiating that contact, maintaining that control, and still being able to finish under pressure.
With the Kung Fu headband.
When you're the provincial MVP of football, I think you're allowed to wear that.
You're damn right. Oh, wow. A good spin by Al Ma there, but Jacob Holt just showing off his length.
And here we have, checking into the game, is number 24, Caden Wilson.
The St. George's team has quite a bit of size. Like, we're looking at another big man coming off the bench. I'm not sure if this guy's in grade 11, but another big man. They have.
I was just going to say another body to throw at Holt here, kind of try to bang away at him here in the paint.
Lumtong with the rebound and the pass ahead to Soriano.
There's Soriano again, drawing the foul. Initiating that contact and getting to the charity strike there. I know this was definitely a struggle for the Irish last game, was foul shots, but I'm sure this in their home gym, you know, will be a little bit more comfortable for the Irish.
We didn't see the final numbers, but looking at, we were talking about it was probably around 25% from the free throw line. I think they ended up losing the game by 2 or 3. We'll see if they worked on them, right, like you said.
Yeah, not good enough, but they'll know they'll get back in the gym. And this is the second.
1 for 2 from Soriano. And the Irish on a quick 7-0 run here. We'll see how the Saints answers. Jackson Cohey, a strong take. He really controlled the first half last game.
Yeah, I really like his game, you know, just attacking, going right to the hoop there, right at Lumtong, and makes him pick up a foul and going to the line
Very
for 2.
Very athletic, versatile. He showed good top shooting the ball last game. I believe he was the junior MVP as well when this St. George's team, when these grade 12s were in grade 10, they won the provincial championship. So this is a very talented group, capable of winning the provincials.
Yeah, I've always liked Kohei's game. You know, a guy I could see really succeeding at the next level for sure.
Yeah, I believe his cousin is in the house. Just wrapped up his last home game at UBC. Sitting over there with Coach Kevin Hansen. Good defense there by Hunter, and his brother Cole passes it up to him. Jackson Kohei with the rebound, way to sprint back and get that.
And we have an over and back call. The Irish full court pressure seems to be working here. They're really looking to try to speed up the game and get some buckets in transition, because you got to give it to the Saints. They're really good in the half court. You know, if they're set and ready, you know, they really do give the other team difficulty here trying to score.
Holt trying to show off the outside game there. Let's see how they set up here. So Saints has now moved to a zone with Big Holt in the middle.
And there it is.
Kohei with the big charge.
Like I mentioned before, I like his game. He's solid on both ends of the floor.
And we're seeing the grade 9 MVP, Sahil Sandhu, coming in, checking in for his first minutes of the season. He has been battling, I believe it's a slip disc. So it's really good just to see him back on the court, and hopefully he can have a factor in this game tonight.
You know, you never want to see a kid miss the majority, more than half of his senior year, but you know, he's here when it counts, and I'm excited to see what the kid can bring. You know, like you mentioned before.
There he is, a great play on defense to work around the seal. That's something you want to see out of Sahil, because you know offensively he's got the touch, he's capable of scoring, but you need to see it on both ends. Saints subbing a lot more than Man College right now, keeping them fresh. I think they have a little bit more depth to work with on this team, but either way, they're rotating them pretty quick here.
Yeah, no, I like the depth of St. George's, running lots of guys through. You know, they all play hard, play good defense, and, you know, make the other team work. Michael Chong, no good from 3 here.
Kohei with another rebound. He's a beast on the glass.
Another guy that they still haven't brought in off the bench yet, who I know was a factor coaching against him at the younger years, was Eli Van Haren.
Yeah, he's a big man. Came up through the Drive basketball, the premier basketball AAU program in BC. It just shows the depth of St. George's. They haven't even gone to him yet late in the first, and they've been able to rotate in a couple bigs. Yeah,
he's still only young. I think he's 11th grade, but you know, another big piece, I would imagine, to this St. George's team.
Good entry pass by there. Oh, and Ma's had some good looks around the hoop, but hasn't been able to convert. He's had about 3 or 4 around the hoop.
Yeah, he's been getting to the hoop, but...
Wow, big take by Hunter Cruz Dumont. That's one way to attack the zone, is go right at it. Real close over and back there. This BC press is actually given a little bit of trouble to Saints. Wow.
And we got Josh Lumtong drawing the charge here, and we got a timeout for the St. George's Saints here. With 2 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in the first quarter. You know, very different start from the last game at the Dragon's Den. You know, it's good to see the Irish coming up with a little bit more of a fight this time, but, you know, like we've said in years past, I've seen very crazy stuff in this series.
Yeah, the 20-point lead really means nothing in this, Jim. The one thing I will say, the first thing is we're sitting here at the scorers table. Now that we're at VC, the student section is twice the size of the St. George's student section, and it's the same thing other way around when we're in the Dragons layer there. So
yeah,
you know, both teams really flexing and utilizing that home court advantage.
You know, both teams trying to take advantage of the ticket sales. Personally, I wouldn't sales is the wrong word actually. They're free, but you know, I like it when both sides are packed. You know, with equal amount. It just, you know, it adds to the experience. but the home court advantage is huge. So, you know, very different start to this game. I believe the Irish at the end of the first quarter only put up 5 points last time, so it's good to see them getting the ball in the hoop, getting their confidence going.
Let's just give a quick shout out to Mrs. Lillian Vernier, geography teacher, I think, back in the day. I don't know if she's still doing it, but she's controlling the VC crowd right now. One of the biggest VC basketball supporters out of all the teachers in the school.
Yeah.
So quick shout out to Miss Burns.
The unsung heroes, the crowd control. You know, not an easy job.
No. We'll see what Lumtong's setting up here. A little wing entry to Soriano. And that speed just going right around Kohi, who himself is quite athletic.
Sahil Sandhu puts up his first shot of the season.
Good to see him let it fly, though.
Unsuccessful, though.
If they want to make a run, if they want to win this game, if they want to make a run in the postseason, they really need to get him going.
Yeah. I know early in the year, Irish going into the preseason with the #2 rank. I know the injury bug kind of hit there, but it's good to see Sahil back. And like you said, if they're going to make a run at this thing this year, they're going to need him healthy. A lot of offensive upside with that kid.
Here's a little pick and roll. Hunter and Sahil, two really close friends on and off the court. And
you know, there's the rust. Ball off the head there. He's not used to catching those at full speed.
I'm looking here at Soriano defensively, guarding Kohi. He's given up at least 6 inches there and just not backing down here. We'll see what he does.
Yeah. Well, the thing about him is
to the hoop on him.
He can guard anyone. I remember for years now, or at least when I coached him, he'd always be guarding the team's biggest stud. And that's a job that goes unnoticed sometimes too, right? So you gotta love those kids that take pride in doing that. Like you said, I think the headband helps for sure.
For sure, and we're looking at Kohi there on the other end, playing perfect defense there, walling up, avoiding the foul call.
And there's Cruz Dumont, Hunter Cruz Dumont taking his first rest of the night. Holt checking in for him. It'll be interesting to see if the Irish run a 2 big man set now with Sandhu and Holt both in the game here.
See Sandhu there trying to take the charge, but didn't quite get the feet set. Him and Sam actually played together a couple summers in a row on the drive circuit. They know each other quite well. Sam Wooder, one of the best all-around players in the province too, underrated. He can really shoot the ball anywhere on the court. Smart basketball player, plays good defense.
Yeah, I've always, another guy on Saints, I've always liked his game. I feel like Wooder really comes to play in the big ones. You know, he's had a lot of big games throughout the years against the Irish, just like he did in the first leg of this thing. So.
Yeah, no, I didn't catch any of their junior provincials when they were there, but I've heard from some people he could have easily been the MVP just as much as Kohi. So two of their superstars here, ready for the big game.
Yeah, I always look at the Saints grade 12 squad as the three-headed monster. They got Alma, Wooder, and Kohi. 3 very versatile players, bigger dudes, can rebound the ball. You know, guys you'd like to have on your team. We got Cruz Dumont here at the line, the younger one. Irish in the bonus right now. A bit of a low-scoring first half, good at action end-to-end. Like we said before, both teams just trying to find their rhythm, let the nerves settle. And
Cruz Dumont knocking them both down. Again, that's Cole Cruz Dumont, who's in grade 10. Very, very bright future for this kid. The third of the Cruz Dumont boys.
I think we'll have the other one joining us at halftime this year, I do believe as well, for that interview, checking in on his season at UBC down at War Memorial. So
definitely. Oh wow. So you're seeing Kohi there out battle Soriano for the rebound, but Big Holt comes and saves the boys with the pin off the backboard. We'll see what the Irish do offensively. Saints back in that zone and trapping in the corners, and they come away with the steal there.
Yeah, and that was number 7, Gabe Patello, with a turnover, who just checked into the game. Yeah, I believe that was for Sandhu, number 10. And we do have confirmation of the Jack Cruz Dumont halftime interview. I know a lot of people at home are probably waiting for that. All that VC Nation wondering how he's doing in his first year with the Birds.
Yeah, and we will quickly say he's coming off a strong 12-point performance on Saturday, their last game as they go into a bye week before the playoffs. Sugarman knocks them both down. Grade 11 guard. And it looks like Saints is going to pick up here. See hearing the coach yelling match up, switching back to man. We'll see what they could do here with 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Cole. A good blow by there, but comes by a little bit short. Showing the grade 10 just fearless, right? He's not afraid to take a big shot.
I know with 14 seconds there, I would have, as a coach, I would imagine you'd like to shoot a little bit later in the shot clock, but the Irish get the ball back in. Looks like Hunter might be able to get a last-second shot off here. All right, so that's the first quarter here. We got our Fighting Irish 18. And
little disappointing on the end out. You'd like to see a better play to drop and open shot. We're just going to take a little 30-second technical break here. Coach Scott Vass is going to help us out. All right, we're just getting a couple more things sorted out here, but we're getting back into the second quarter here with
All right, and we're back here. after trying to solve our technical issues.
Sorry about that, little technical difficulties over the quarter break. Tune it back in. We just see Hunter Cruz Dumont with the mid-range jumper. Great mid-range shooter, could shoot from all over the court as well.
Yeah, you know, lots of ticky-tacky fouls here, I feel, by the Saints as they just pick up their second of the quarter here on Jackson Cohey. So,
yeah,
you know, the refs seem to be calling it tight tonight.
Yeah, we saw both teams were in the bonus, 5 fouls each in the first quarter, so it's probably going to be like that all night.
So if I were these both teams, I would just keep attacking. And here's another one. You know what I always tell the kids is you got to adjust to the refs. You got to see what they're giving you.
Definitely.
They're calling it tight tonight, so you know, get those hands in and move your feet.
Yeah, definitely have to be able to adapt and to the way the refs are playing. That also though, that's just textbook. The guy's not set when he's setting a screen. Set the feet. Let the guy running off you, let him wait for the guy to be set. So it takes 2 there for that call. Saints moving the ball well after the break here. Water on the drive and kick to Cohey. Little dump off pass to Eli.
Yep, Eli, as we mentioned earlier, getting his first minutes of the night here. You know, big man, got some size to kind of match up with Holt on the inside there. So should be an interesting matchup.
We're seeing Saints get a lot of shots around the hoop here within 5-6 feet, and they just haven't been able to convert. They have been contested. I think Holt is a factor. They do know he's lurking around there. So we'll see if they're able to convert some of those. Look for Cohey to pop here, and then come back to the inbounder.
And there's Cohey going to the line for 2 there. So with 2 minutes into the quarter here, we have both teams already, actually that's the third on the Irish. And 2 for the Saints.
Cohey with a strong take there. That foul on Parsa, he took a shot.
Yeah, I like that matchup. I don't know if Coach De Silva saw you know, Sahil getting his first action of the year or whatever it was, but I like the take. Actually, sorry, Harry Darzadeh there. So either way, good take by Cohey. Gets to the line for 2 here. All right, we have number 5 for the Saints here, about to check into the game. I know he's playing with 2 fouls here.
Shot clock down to 14 right now. Holt dribbling. Irish have not done anything on this possession. Shot clock did not reset.
And a good defensive possession there by the Saints. Cruz Dumont gets the shot off. Unfortunately, he doesn't find rim, and that's a 30-second violation for the Irish. I know those can be big momentum changers. You know, good energy givers for the team there.
Really just a brutal possession there offensively. They didn't get anything going. They didn't get the ball inside, didn't move the ball. Testament to Saints defense as well, as they're kind of backing off the press and letting them walk the ball up court now.
I think that's with that length, they can really just pack the paint there and make you beat us from the outside.
A great drive there by Sam Wooder in the dish, but again, another Saints big man, Eli Van Haren, wasn't able to convert. There we're seeing the speed of the grade 10, Cole Cruz Dumont.
And a little miscommunication.
Great pass by Cohey there.
By the Irish. No safety back there on the press.
Whoever the safety there was just fell asleep, and Cohey just picked him apart with a beautiful, strong pass.
You know what, I think the key for the Irish is they got to get running in transition again, right?
Oh boy, and we're seeing Cole Cruz Dumont with the official coming out party with back-to-back buckets. He is not afraid of this, and you like to see them attack.
Yeah, that's what the Irish were missing last game for sure, right? That I feel like it's easier to key in on Cruz Dumont and Holt. You know, young Cruz Dumont helps space the floor, just another element to the offense.
Looks like they're doubling Hunter on all those screens. Wow, Jacob Holt showing off the range. saying BioSteel All-Canadian. I could do it all inside, outside. He is an excellent player.
Yeah, that's the thing about Holt. You need to respect him on the perimeter. I believe that was number 14, Dixon, with the air ball, and it's Fighting Irish ball on the end here.
And we're seeing Saints go to a press here. Looks like a 1-2-1-1. Watch for the trap coming. Cole with a good pass, cross court to Hunter. Take to the hoop is off there. And a foul there by Michael Chong. Again, like you mentioned earlier, you have to be able to adjust. You have to adapt. They're calling everything. You don't want to see that as a coach. There's no reason to foul this guy at center court.
Yeah, and you got to learn when to pick your battles, right? You don't want to be picking up fouls at that end of the floor here, because it's just going to hurt you later in the quarter when they're in the bonus.
Cohee with the drive and kick to Lawson, comes up short on the runner. Wow, Saints is not able to hit anything around the hoop. They've had a lot of shots in the paint. They have been contested, but they are not able to connect. Again, Holt with a great defensive play, walling up. We'll see what Hunter does in fast break with the pass to Soriano.
Cruz Dumont with the dish down to Soriano there, and he'll be going to the line for two.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think that the Saints will be missing these buckets for much longer, so I feel like the Irish here really need to capitalize on this. You know, trying to really push that lead and
definitely,
you know, almost make it out of reach for the Saints, because this team is too good to be missing those takes, you know, for the whole game.
Like we talked about earlier, in this gym, in this rivalry, a 20-point lead is never safe. So a little bit more on Soriano here, one of the best athletes in the province, with maybe the single most dominant performance in a BC high school football final, where he scored 5 touchdowns. Truly one of the best sporting performances I've ever seen at any age.
That was wild. So Soriano, you know, I know he's run provincial championships in track. He's won one in football. He's missing a senior banner for basketball here, so I'm sure he'd like to add that to his resume as well too.
Misses them both from the line there. Oh, athletic play to tip that there. Wow, Cohee with the Euro step around Holt, right, left with the finish. That's a beautiful move by a very athletic man.
And that's a ref timeout. You know, let's go back to Soriano a second here. And I think what the kids at home can learn about him right now is he's a multi-sport athlete. And I know that at this time, you know, kids like to specialize early, but Soriano's a great example of how you can play every sport and be dominant at each one, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of sports are able to translate one skill to another, whether it's his footwork on the football field, that he's able to translate that to defensively here. There's a lot of things, the toughness, you know, that are going to go back and forth. And yeah, I think we are seeing too many kids pick at at a young age, when they have more time, I think, to play a second sport.
Exactly.
Wow, again, another layup to the hoop. Holt meets him there, and another miss. Cole to Hunter, cross court like they're in the backyard.
Saints look to be in a zone now.
Cole is not afraid to pull that trigger. Neither is his brother. Oh, and they're both off on the same possession. You don't see that too often. Rebound by Sam Wooder. And he carried it. And you're looking at who's under the hoop, who's in front. Soriano there ready to take the charge, and causes the turnover.
Yeah, and then we have the carry call on Wooder there. So we have a timeout here. 29-19 for your Fighting Irish here. Low scoring game. Low scoring game for sure. You know, the pace has really picked up a bit, but I think in the second half for sure, or in these next couple minutes here, I expect both teams to get going a little bit more offensively.
Definitely, and again, a lot of fouls being called so far, defensive battle. We mentioned it a couple times, Saints has not been able to convert some close opportunities. Like you said, expect them to start hitting those. So this is a chance really where you're looking at a 10-point game, 4.5 minutes to go. How are you going to end the half? Are you able to, if you're in the lead, are you going to extend it to 15, 18? If you're St. George's, can you cut this thing to maybe 4? Can you tie this thing up? It's going to be a real pivotal time of the game right now and see who's going to close the half strong.
I completely agree. I always think the start of the game, right before half, like you said, right after half, are those crucial points in the game that can really turn the game. It'll be interesting to see what happens here.
And again, to note, both teams are 4 fouls, so 1 more foul, and they are shooting free throws. We'll see if they adjust anything defensively. Saints is back in that 1-2-2 zone.
Holt for 3, no good.
Wow, Soriano, just when you think it's over, the man sprints across the court and saves it to his buddy Hunter there for the finish.
That reminds me of the through the leg save at midcourt against St. George's.
That was one of the most athletic plays I've seen. Hope everybody got a chance to see that last one where he jumped to the scorer's table, was able to save it through his legs at the top of his very high vertical. So they got offensively Hole in the middle against the zone with both Cruz Dumont boys in the corners. So if a team sags like right there, you're going to be able to kick it to a good shooter.
Yeah, and you know, the Irish up 12 now. Hunter hasn't really got going yet, so if he can get going in the second half, I think that'll be really scary for the Saints.
Oh, he's in the corner here. Look for the double coming. There it is. And turnover. Not a place anybody watching, young basketball players, you don't want to pick the ball up in that corner over half.
Stay out of the corners. Cruz Dumont goes to the hoop, picks up his own rebound, then pulls up for 3. No good.
Cohey with a great take to the hoop, and there got Soriano, gets him again with the charge. So we're looking at the MVP of the province for football as we're hearing the MVP chants from the crowd with another huge play. There's so many ways that you can affect the game. You don't have to be the leading scorer. You don't have to be dropping assists, getting rebounds. You're seeing this from Soriano. Hustle plays, getting the loose balls, and they're taking a charge and having Cohey have to sit down with what we believe is his 3rd foul.
That was his 2nd foul.
2nd foul. So coach being safe there, doesn't want him to pick up his 3rd before the half. And a good take there by Holt, who's going to get 2 free throws out of this.
He's going to line for 2. Don't think Coach De Silva was happy about that one, but he's going to line here.
De Silva, a great coach, won at the junior level, and you're seeing a pretty cool opportunity for him to move up with his group of guys that he won a championship with. I'm going to go ahead and say I wish we saw some of that, you know, in other schools as well. So,
yeah, I think it's good to kind of just build that chemistry, build that continuity going forward. Definitely pros of that for sure. You know, the Irish press has really been slowing down the Saints tonight. I like that.
And again, Soriano looking like the safety in that Irish vaunted defense where he was just flying all over the field, making plays. A really dangerous spot. If you're a guard trying to break a press with a guy like Soriano sitting there in the press, he's deceptively, you know, he's baiting you into that pass. He has an unreal range, almost like an Earl Thomas out there.
You know what? If at this point now, just before the second half or at the end of the first half of the second Saints game, Soriano is my MVP for the Irish for sure. Just so many intangibles that he does, brings the energy, gets the crowd going. You know, it's those little momentum turning plays that he makes that really change the game.
And there's another turnover forced by the Irish press here. 13-point lead for the Irish, 2 minutes to go. Good patience getting the ball inside to Holt. A good power move, and We're calling
I think we got a jump ball here, Saints ball.
the jump ball. I missed that one. And there's Sam Woodard able to show his versatility, playing a little point right now, bringing the ball up. Sugarman there to Theo Bentley, and we're seeing Luke Dixon attack there. Wow! Jacob Holt is a special player. We're seeing a dominant performance on both ends right now. Oh, no way.
Oh, that was a foul there.
Wow.
Foul on Holt. You know, it looks like to me the Saints offense is struggling a little bit with key guys like Lawson, Ma, Kohi, all in foul trouble, right? So it's really turning to the bench now. Offense looking a little bit on the stagnant side here and just looking to create good looks.
And the ball don't lie there. That last block looked really clean. Luke Dixon misses the first of two.
And he makes the second.
Cuts the lead to 12 with a minute 47 left. And
Irish
Saints in
up
that
12.
three-quarter press.
It really does feel like they're up more at this point, but
Wow. Soriano is amazing to watch. That was a 50-50 ball thrown across court, and he's able to go high point that and come down with it.
yeah, it looks like Coach Scrub has Hunter Cruz-Dumont playing in the high post now.
You know, if you're able to get him the ball there, he's a tall, long player. He's almost automatic from that spot. I think it's a great spot for him. One weakness we have seen in Soriano's game is he has not shot the ball well from the free throw line. He's been to the line a couple times now, and hopefully he can knock these down. Both teams in the bonus as well, so again, we'll see. Are players going to adjust? Are they going to take a stupid foul far away from the hoop, or are they going to play smart and not send the other team to the free throw line?
Yeah, the fouls are definitely hurting the Saints right now, keeping some of their best players off the floor.
Again, Woodard showing that he can play the point and break the press there. Saints definitely with the size advantage right now with Hull off the court.
Woodard with the open look, no good.
Cole going right to the hoop and giving him a little bit of body, a little bit of grade 10 body. Get out of my way for the finish. Really soft touch around the rim. Great take there by Cole Cruz-Dumont, who's having a great first half. Great break by Saints.
That's Kohi back in the game, going to the line.
Breaking any press, you want to see that. You want to see quick passes. You don't want to see the ball hit the ground. And Kohi's going to get to the line here to shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, I really think that's been the key. That Irish press has been really slowing down the Saints. They've been struggling to get the ball up the court, and then they're rushed in the half court. So
definitely, we're hearing Coach Guy over here yelling, we need a push. He wants to end the half strong. Maybe they cut it to single digits before. We'll see.
Yeah, I think at this point, if the Irish win by more than 5, they will be going into the zone tournament as independent 1.
Oh, great take there by Hunter. A nice cut-off ball to go get to the basketball and show off his length with the finish there. 20 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Again, both teams in bonus. Good press break by the Saints and a fight for the loose ball. Saints comes up with it. Wow. Oh, just about hits the and one. Kohi is such a strong player. That defender just bounced off him. Really gave himself a good chance to finish that. 2 free throws here, 7 seconds to end the half.
Yeah, I do really feel like Kohi's been getting the hoop a little bit unlucky, not getting a couple rolls, just like that one right there, right? But I think
easily could have dropped.
Those not dropping in the second half.
Definitely. I mean, we're looking at the first half was the exact other way around, where he was hitting everything, getting to the line, knocking everything down as well. And it was around a 16-point lead for St. George's at this time. So
And it's the Saints, the ones who are struggling from the line tonight too. Kohi just goes
something about
0
not
for
being
2
in
there.
that home gym. 2, 1. Oh, Hunter from deep. Oh! Wow!
Was that Steph Curry or was that Hunter Cruz?
He literally just stepped across half, pump fake. He was still in the circle there. Pump fake, drilled it, and turned around and put his hands to the crowd as the VC crowd goes nuts to extend the lead to 18 at the half. We're going to take a quick break here, but we're going to be back in about 2 minutes interviewing Hunter's older brother, Jack Cruz Dumont, and how his second year at UBC is going.
First and foremost, thank you all for coming out tonight. It's no marching band, but we got a little halftime thing for y'all. We're gonna have a little 3-point contest. We're gonna get 2 guys from Saints and 2 guys from BC down here.
Yeah. All right, so we just have, stepping into the booth here right now, is Jack Cruz Dumont, like we promised. We always try to bring an alumni in at halftime here. My co-host, Braden Ralla, has got a couple questions for Jack. So you don't want to miss this. This is the halftime show for the ages here.
From BC, we got Jack and Sean Hutner.
It's hard to hear, so you got to listen close.
Yo, Jack and Sean.
So, Jack Cruz Dumont,
What's up?
let's start right away with how nice is it to see your brother end a half like that?
I'm buzzing right now, man. That's something we chuck up at open gyms in the summer and pretend it's a Saints series, and he just did it right there. That was so sick.
So they're saying he's got range, but did you know it was from half court?
That was, yeah, I saw from over there. That was sick. I like that.
We're literally sitting here at half. He took a step over half. He was still in the
You like the
circle.
Sally turns around, arms out to the crowd. That was
beautiful.
sick.
It's beautiful.
No,
And
that's
the crowd-
something every VC kid dreams of, and he just did
and the
it.
crowd went absolutely nuts. So what's it like for you coming back here, coming back home to Alumni Gym where you were a star for 5 years, and to see not just one but both of your brothers playing in this game?
It's amazing, man. Like I can't describe it. I remember watching the Saints series. I remember watching guys under the rim like Isaiah Solomon and Elijah when I was in grade 8, when I was in grade 6, when Hunter and Cole were little babies. And now, it's their turn to shine. They're taking over. They're dominating right now, and it's just so fun to watch.
Yeah, now you're one of those guys. You're in the crowd with some of your UBC alumni, and one familiar face that seems to come to all these games is Coach Kevin Hansen at UBC.
Yeah.
What was it like for you as a player, grade 11, grade 12, knowing that UBC was your goal, and you look down on the baseline, and right there, Kevin Hansen's watching. What are you going to do in this big game?
It just motivated me. I went to UBC games when I was a little kid, so stepping in grade 11 at my first Saints series, when I saw him under the rim, I just knew it was showtime, and I had to perform, and it just motivated me, and that's what it's like for Hunter and Cole right now. So yeah.
I think it's been really cool to see. Cole, grade 10, had a great first half. I mean, we both know, you and I both know he's fearless, but for him to do it on this stage and this is really his coming out party to what's going to be an amazing 3 years here for his varsity career.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, he's in grade 10 doing this right now. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like when Cole's in grade 12.
Yeah.
Like, he's playing fearless right now. I think he has the most points in the half. He's just attacking the rim, playing confident. I texted him right before the game. I said, you're the best grade 10 in the province. Go play like it, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah, and they mean to have an older brother like yourself is awesome. Being there for these guys. What were the conversations like leading up to this game, knowing that it's a must-win and they had to win by 5?
I just told Hunter, man, you got to lead the team. This is a must-win. They got to win this game to go to North Shore or Provincials, and he's doing a good job right now, just motivating everyone. Up by 20, going to the second half. They got to keep this momentum.
Definitely. And I mean, you know this, Jim. An 18-point lead literally means nothing.
Nothing.
What does the crowd? What does the crowd mean? You know, like when you're at home, you have the amazing VC fans, your brothers who really put on for this, and you know you have your enemies, St. George's. Both know each other. They both know you very well. They know about your families. You know, what's it like being in this environment?
There's literally nothing like it anywhere. You know, it's crazy. This crowd is my favorite thing in the world. Like I was saying earlier, when we're at open gyms in the summer, we pretend this crowd's here. The trash talking, it's all part of the Saints series. It's amazing. I got to give a shout out to my boys from the class 2018. They were the greatest crowd I could ever ask for, and the boys right now are doing a great job.
Definitely, definitely. And so for you now, you're in your second year at UBC.
Yeah.
What's that been like for you? You're coming off a game where you just had 12 points, showing flashes of getting it going, and I mean those 12 points are probably in about 15 minutes. So I think you've shown the crowd, you've shown the war that you're ready when your number is called. What's it like for the first two years? You know, you're not used to starting. You're coming off the bench. How do you stay ready?
It was an adjustment coming off the bench, but I know it's just something I got to go through for my first year. It's good. We got a good team. We got a first round bye, heading into Canada West playoffs soon. Yeah, we got big things ahead for our squad.
Definitely, definitely. And now you have two senior scorers, Manroop and Jaden, who've I'm sure taught you a lot about scoring, and you know it'll be a fun season to end with them and see if you guys can really make a run. How are you guys feeling going into playoffs?
We're feeling great. Yeah, those are my big brothers. We're doing it all for them. They've been in college for like 10 years, and this is their last run at it. So yeah, we're doing it for them.
I don't want to look too much further. I mean, you should focus just on the playoffs. But what is this offseason going to be like for you, knowing that two guys who take the majority of the shots? You know, there's a lot of opportunity for you going into your third year. What is your mindset going into this offseason?
I'm more motivated than ever. I just know I got to step up into a much bigger role next year, and I'm going to be ready for it.
And Jack, always a pleasure to have you down here, man.
Yep.
We talk a lot about the Cruz Dumont family,
yep.
And you know the three legendary brothers. You've set the bar so high for them, and for you to be there for them the entire time and to come back is beautiful. And anything you'd like to tell the fans right now?
I'm still buzzing on Hunter's half-court three to end the half. I'm just excited to watch the end of this game. And Cole's dunking right now, grade 10.
Dangerous,
stud.
man, dangerous. Were you dunking in grade 10?
Non-grade 10, non-grade 10.
But, and you know, going back to Hunter's shot, I think we saw him, he had a huge second half in this first game. He got injured in the first half and then really rebounded in the second. So
yep.
I think a shot like that, there's not going to be anything that fires him up more.
You can't get more confidence than that. Half-court shot to end the half. I think he's going to come out very aggressive, and they got to keep the momentum.
Definitely. Well, Jack Cruz Dumont, thank you for coming back. You know we love you. You're a legend here. Best of luck finishing the season, and we're excited to watch what you do at War Memorial.
Love you too, man. Thank you.
Want ESPN halftime? I wish we had that shit recorded, man. Yo, it's gonna be recorded. Really? No, I mean like. Yo, I just threw up a fire story. I mean, like, if we can watch it again. Yeah. Oh, you can? Online, yeah. Yo, Jack, make me check the ground. I'm good, man. Thank you, though.
right, here we are for the second half here. The Irish with Chong, both the Cruz Dumont brothers, and Holt, along with Soriano. The Saints going with their original starting lineup as well too. Like we said before, I can guarantee you here, although it's an 18-point game, this is far from over.
Be interesting. I love, as a coach and watching sports, what adjustments do you make at the halftime? You know, you come out with a plan, one thing works, one thing doesn't. What are you going to change? How are you going to adapt? And how are you going to respond to the second half? So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I would imagine De Silva's got some good adjustments for the Saints. I would tell them just keep shooting the ball. Like I said, they're too good of a team to continue to not get the rolls going for them.
Definitely, and we're seeing, I mean, St. George scored 22 points in that first half. You know, Holt was doing a great job protecting the rim, but a lot of their shots were good quality looks close to the hoop that, you know, they could easily have hit half of those, and we're looking at a much closer game.
Yep, and another foul picked up by the Saints, number 20, Al Ma. So once again, it looks like the Saints are continuing to battle with foul trouble here. Kohi picks up the rebound. And the Saints look to push. And again, Michael Chong gets a finger on that pass here. The Irish are playing some tough defense tonight. Kohi gets to the hoop and the dunk. That could be a momentum changer there. With a big dunk by Kohi off the baseline drive. Great basketball play there.
Hunter with the pull-up, just coming short. Kohi ready to go. Again, 16-point lead does not seem like much, especially with all the momentum after that dunk.
And another good take there by Lawson Graham. Looks like the Saints came to play in the second half here.
I think the message is simple. Keep attacking the rim. You're seeing back-to-back plays.
And Cole Cruz Dumont with a big basket for the Irish. Sam Wooder for three, and I believe he just shot the arrow into the crowd there.
He just shot the arrow right into the crowd. Love the swag. Love the swag these kids are bringing both parties right now. You know, this is something that Jack was talking about at halftime. You know, you're practicing in the gym and you're visualizing a full court with the VC Saints game. You're picturing the crowd there, and you know, you hit shots like that and let your emotions flow there, right? Enjoy yourself.
I agree. I'm 50-50 on that when you're down 13 though, so.
You know what?
I don't like my players shooting arrows into the stands or things like that. I remember grade 9, can't remember who we're playing, might have been St. George's. Sahil Sandhu, back in his younger days, throws up a flex. Game not even done, the other team goes down and scores a bucket. Flexing on the court, forgets to play defense. So ever since then, you know, I've kind of, I'm over that.
You know what, Coach, you're exactly right. In the context of being down 13, if you're down at all, there should be no celebration. You're completely right.
I think it's a product of what they see on TV today, so they think that's the norm. but that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
I could go on about that for years. So.
Yeah, we're here in Coach Sham. So, Coach, why don't you tell us a little about, we're on the break here. You got a pretty good grade 9 team, I heard. Undefeated, from what I've heard as well.
I don't want to.
What do you like about this group?
Or jinx anything, but you know, we're looking pretty good. Yet to lose to a grade 9 team. But like, you haven't done anything until you win at provincials, right? So,
definitely.
They work hard. They're a humble group. They look pretty hungry, but you know, no one will remember that if we come 3rd or 4th at provincials, right? So we gotta bring that banner home.
Yeah, and you are. I mean, you're a young coach, but you're talking like an experienced coach, man. It's been fun to watch you, you know, constantly be in the mix for winning every year, and the players who played for you really respect you, and just excited to see how you end the season. And I know you're ready when your number's called to move on up to JV or varsity. So
yeah. So yeah, no, it's been a good year for all the Fighting Irish teams, but like I said, we gotta finish it come March. So.
Woodard calling for a handoff here to Lawson. Nice dish to, and Al Ma has not been able to get anything going there. Runs into the big.
I think that's kudos to Jacob Holt. You know, he's been protecting the rim all night, staying out of foul trouble, which is key for him, and really protecting that paint.
Definitely, it looks like a smart defender too. You know, that's what you want to see from a coach. Your big man stay out of foul trouble. This has been a great matchup here, Soriano versus Cohey there. Cohey does a good job getting out of the way, force a tough shot, and Saints looking to push the other way.
Yeah, I wish we had a stat sheet here. I'd love to see how many rebounds Jacob Holt has tonight, but he's been doing his job, kind of just protecting that rim and grabbing a lot of rebounds.
We'll see what Hunter Cruz Dumont is able to do here in the second half. Oh, serious crossover there. Oh, and in and out on the three-point line. Absolutely lost the defender on the cross there.
Oh, and a dangerous play underneath the hoop, but I believe Woodard's going to the line for two. And Woodard goes 1 for 2 at the line there.
12-point game here, 6 minutes left in the third.
Kudos to Saints for coming ready to play out of the half. You know, they've already been chipping away at the lead here. You know, good defensive play there on the other end of the floor. So looks like what De Silva did at halftime, you know, really got these guys ready to go. Dumont finds Lumtog in the corner to Chong.
3 seconds on the shot clock. Hunter with the offensive rebound there.
Cruz Dumont with his second offensive rebound, but can't get the shot to fall.
Looks like he took a shot in the nose there. He's grabbing his nose. Cohey back the other way. Has the size advantage here against Soriano, and great defense there to go straight up.
You'd think as a coach you'd want to go to that post up on Cohey all day, but Soriano seems to be holding his own in the paint there.
And it looks like Sam Woodard is on the ground. Oh, and he's back up, but and now the Saints coaches are yelling at Cohey to really square up and go up stronger to the hoop there. They want to see him use his size advantage.
I think the refs here are saying that they need to check Cohey or Woodard out for a second. And he's staying in the game.
Tough kid there, Woodard. I think he took a shot to the back of the head.
the coach saying that he never left the floor trying to keep Witter on. I would imagine him checking right back in. Oh no, Witter's staying. Al Ma checks out of the game for number 14, Luke Dixon.
Now VC bringing Cole Cruz-Dumont in.
For his brother, Hunter. So Rolla, you went through the ranks here, through the Fighting Irish program, both in football and basketball. What keeps you coming back to the school, volunteering your time? I know you coached with me for a year. You love to do this every year, kind of get back to the community.
Yeah,
I'm assuming you've had some good role models, or what did you love about this place going through?
Definitely. I mean, for me, I think I had a wonderful experience, an amazing experience here. I think it starts with anyone. The more you put in, the more you're going to get out. I was fortunate enough to play both football and basketball. Had wonderful coaches. In basketball, Coach Michael Campbell really inspired, I think, both of us to come back and coach as well. And then football, I mean, the opportunity to play for a guy like Todd Burnett is really just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. He's hands down the most dedicated football coach in BC, if not the country. And, he runs his program like it's a college establishment, like it's a university establishment, post-secondary. And, to be a part of that and to teach you not only how to play football and to, win football games, but how to fully just be a better man. To see him win the provincial championship at BC Place this past year was definitely one of the highlights of my Vancouver College career, and that's why we still go back, is we want to see Coach get it done at BC Place for already his second provincial champion, and it's cool to see every single year him putting a contender on the field. So quick shout out to Coach Burnett right there, Coach Campbell as well.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's always good to see the alumni coming back. I know at that football game, it was filled with alumni there. So it's good to see the love that both of these schools have for their alma maters. So
yeah, it was cool to see at the St. George's VC game. At St. George's, we were there and we were watching that game, and it was cool to see a couple players I played against in high school on the other team there. Jeff Uppel, Chris Mackay, some of those guys on the other side there, getting just as rowdy on one side as we were on the other side. And it's quite an honor to go to either of these schools. And the more you enjoy it as a high school student, the more you're going to be wanting to give back and continue to be a part of this special rivalry.
I agree. So it looks like Sahil said you just checked into the game. Saints chipped the lead down to 10 now. So we got a basketball game here tonight.
Just like that, down to 10, and Al Ma, he has not been able to get one for a while, and now he just cut the lead to 8. Single digits for the first time in a while, and Saints has all the momentum right now.
Well, that's the thing, and I know ever since that first year I was coaching with you when we coached Jack Cruz-Dumont, I remember we'd be up 20, down 20, and the game was never over when it was a VC Saints game. So we learned that early. As we mentioned earlier tonight, doesn't matter the lead, this game's never done.
That last possession's a tough one there. You're leaving a grade 10 to bring the ball up. I didn't hear anybody communicate that, the shot clock had already ran a bit, but that's I don't think that turnover there is just on Cole there. That's got to be on the team. And Holt coming back into the game now with an 8-point game.
I think the Irish are they're struggling a little bit offensively here. Might want to try to get Holt a couple touches in the paint just to get some easy buckets here and kind of see some balls go through their hoop here, as the Saints have been playing some stout defense and really, keep making it tough for the Irish to score here.
And
there's
Cohee going
again,
back to the line. Man, you could just feel the energy, everything shifting right now. This is why this rivalry is so special. It was an 18-point lead at halftime. Cohee has a chance to cut this to 6 in 7 minutes of basketball in the second half. So, I mean, if you're looking at the adjustments right now, Coach De Silva here has made some good adjustments. His team's come out hard, and they're going to the hoop. And Cohee knocking down the first.
You know, the Saints, it's only a 7-point game at this point, but they've struggled from the line tonight too.
And they're going to get another one here, though. I think it was an early violation there on one of the Irish defenders. Just like that, a 6-point game.
From a fan perspective, we got a lot of good basketball ahead. From an Irish perspective, we got to hope we can weather this storm here.
We'll see how the Irish respond here. I mean, they've been in a slump. Go to the big man, Holt. Huge pass, Cohee to Sam Wooder, and just like that, a 4-point lead.
Game. I would imagine the Irish might be looking to call a timeout here, settle things down a little bit, and just kind of readjust.
And they get it to the big man, Holt. Big basket there, and we'll see if they're able to get a stop on defense here. Great job by Lawson there, breaking the press. Saints with all the momentum here. 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and it is a 6-point lead. Oh, wow, Jacob Holt. Huge block there.
And then we got the foul on number 8, Jackson Finley.
And again, the game's been called tight all game. Coach Scrubs looking like he wanted a push-off foul there, and it's going to send grade 11 Lawson Graham to the line.
Yeah, like we said earlier, you always have to adjust to how the refs are calling it. You know, that's part of being an athlete, being a basketball player. It's a 4-point lead for the Irish.
Cole cross court to his brother Hunter. And Sahil wasn't ready for the pass coming down the lane.
Nice finish by Wooder there.
Just like that, a 2-point lead. Saints bench and fans are loving it, and they've taken full control of this gym.
I think what I like from the Saints here is they're really using their press here to slow the Irish down, eat time off the clock, giving the Irish, 22 seconds to get to work here. So I'm a huge fan of the adjustments De Silva's made at halftime. It looks like they're running a 1-2-2, back to some sort of half-court zone here, and it's doing a good job.
Staying in the 1-2-2. Oh, wow.
Wow. And the putback done
Holy.
by Cohee.
Jackson Cohee bringing the house down here at Alumni Gym with the putback dunk. Went to the rafters and just tied the game up. Wow! Cole Cruz Dumont with a big 3 and a big answer.
That's a huge 3 there, as the Saints have been on a huge run. The Irish were up 18 going into half. There's Sugarman from the corner, misses again. And Eli Van Horen.
You gotta wonder, at what point are you gonna call a timeout? You've let an 18-point lead slip this quarter, and
yeah, I agree, but it's been all St. George's this half. The Cruz Dumont 3 was able to weather the storm just a little bit here, but
Sahil Sandhu with the rebound there. We'll see how we end the quarter here. Hunter with a nice driving kick, but Holt was not ready for the pass.
Oh, and Wooder almost with a putback dunk there.
This game is back and forth. And Hunter's going to the free throw line. And it looks like both him and Jackson, and it looks like it's his right wrist.
Good take by Cruz Dumont, and I believe he's going the line for 2 here.
Was that Isaiah Solomon, VC alum there, who picked him up, helped him off the deck? He's also shooting these shots right in front of UBC head coach Kevin Hansen.
Yeah,
Kev's a big fan of this rivalry. He's often out here.
I was very impressed going back to the other side of the court here with Wooder almost with that putback dunk, robbed at the rim there. Very impressed with the athleticism of these St. George's guys.
And you know, the crowd, just for you who aren't in the gym right now, St. George's is chanting, "Jack was better," as Hunter's at the free throw line. You know, these rivalries, these chirps, they get personal. They know you, they know your family. If you had a girlfriend, they know everything about you, and they're coming at you. So you gotta be ready to block that out.
But that's what we love about the rivalry, right?
You know, this is amazing. This is literally, we had an 18-point game. VC had all the momentum to end the half, and just like that, a 2-point game, and this place is electric again.
Yeah, I think luckily the Irish will be going into the half or into the quarter time with the lead. Cruz Dumont looking to get the last shot here.
Nice pass.
And there it is, folks. The St. George's Saints cut the lead down to 2. For Instagram, you know?
Take a bunch. Come closer. Come closer and take a bunch. Yo, come closer. Don't mind us there, just taking a couple photos there into the third quarter. It's just, honestly, this is one of my favorite nights of the year. I have the opportunity to come back here, talk basketball with my boy, Coach Ryan Shams, and again, a 2-point game going into the fourth. If any of you guys watching saw the fourth quarter in the last game, it was back and forth, and expect the same thing here to start the fourth.
All right, folks, we're in for a really exciting fourth quarter. Turn off that Sedin game and get locked in to the game that you need to be watching right now. And I believe Coach Rolla here is going Instagram Live.
We're going Instagram Live at B-Rolla. 2-point game.
It is 2020, so we know you all have Instagram. All right, here we are. Hunter finds the ball to Sahil, and Sahil with the travel. Not gonna lie, Sandhu is looking like he's had 3 months off.
Definitely, looking a little rusty coming off the performance. You know, pretty nice to see some guys tune in here. We got former quarterback Michael Patko, a great big man who's playing at UBC right now, Tony Marich. You know, one of the best guards to play here in the 2000s probably would be Harrison Mayer, who had an excellent career. Ended up playing football. I believe it was at Guelph or Laurier. I think Coach Burnett might still be a little upset. Harrison Mayer never played football because he was a stud at the CIS level. And Cole Cruz Dumont looking to attack here. Kicks to Sandhu in the corner. Sandhu with the push off. And Sandu is looking a little rusty. We talked about the fact that he hasn't played all season, so you know it's tough to come back in front of that.
I agree. So much love for this guy, but he's got to get back into his playing form. The Irish looking to slow it down with the press again.
And you're looking at Sam Wooder here, bringing the ball up court. Tough fadeaway in the lane, and it drops. And St. George's has taken their first lead of the game.
Yeah, with 8 minutes to go left in the fourth quarter, the Saints have taken the lead. And then we got an over and back call by the Irish. You know, it's really up to the Irish now to just settle it down and go back to what they were doing before. I really think they need to start running the floor, looking to get some easy buckets because the Saints are making them work for it. And there's Wooder for three. No good. So, Braden, what do you think that the Irish need to do in this fourth quarter in order to secure that win?
I think the offense goes through Holt. You got to get Holt a touch. He had a great first half. We also got to look for Hunter Cruz Dumont to get going with a tough turnaround jumper.
And there's Cruz Dumont going to the line for two here.
Hunter knocking down the first here, and he hits them both to make it a tie game. St. George is looking to break the press. It's going to be close here.
Nice break by the Saints as they get the ball set up in the half. Lawson Graham with a great take.
And a big rebound there by Josh Lumtong. We'll see what the Irish do offensively here. Good ball movement by the Irish, a full reversal. And Hunter off on the pull-up jumper.
Here's Cohee, looks to push. Nice take by Al. You know what's helped the Saints at this point is they got their main guys on the floor now. I know they were battling foul trouble in the first half, kept battling through, and we got a tie basketball game in the fourth quarter now, but you got the big three out there for the Saints with Lawson Graham as well.
And a big offensive foul there by Jacob Holt as Cohee takes it to the chest.
And we got Eli and number 3, Demetrius Tang checking into the game. This may be his first minutes, I'm not sure, but
tough situation here. Eli showing off the handles there as he breaks the press, and nice crossover with a mismatch here.
He's got the ball in the post with Lumtong on him there.
And he's unable to convert.
No good.
Holt for 3.
No
Man,
good.
He's got a good looking shot. That was in and out. Good open look. Tough to contest at that size too.
Cohee going to the hoop.
And
another great take by Jackson Cohee. And we have a timeout for the Fighting Irish. So much respect for Cohee's game here. I feel like, you know, he's really essentially got these Saints back in the game along with the help with Wooder as well, but they take the lead with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter here.
Yeah, I mean, really just blows by defender there, bounces off contact, and is able to finish to give Saints a 2-point lead with 6 minutes left. We'll see who wants this game, who's going to step up, and again, this is just BC's best rivalry, and you got to love it. You absolutely got to love it. Doesn't matter who you're cheering for, whether you like one school, no school, both schools. It's really something special to be a part of.
Yeah, what really impresses me is the athleticism of this St. George's team. I've mentioned this probably 4 or 5 times now, but it's impressed me that much. They're long, they're athletic, they're deep. It's a very, very impressed with the job that De Silva's done over there. I know he's taken over for Disbro this year, and they've been ranked in the top 10 all year. Wouldn't be surprised to see them in the Final Four of provincials, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, and I think that was De Silva just asking how many fouls on Holt there, who's playing with 4 fouls right now with 6 minutes to play. So look for them to be attacking him offensively, and defensively they're going to try to take a couple charges on him.
Is that confirmed, Holt with 4 fouls?
Not confirmed. Oh. I thought I saw 4. I don't want to tell our viewers. It's 3 or 4 for sure.
He's got a couple, though. And now Holt's going to the line for 2 here. You know what I think this game could really come down to is who's going to hit their foul shots. We saw it last time at the Dragon's Den. The Irish struggled from the line. I want to say both teams have struggled tonight, but it's called the charity strike for a reason. You got to make those buckets count.
And Holt short on the first.
And the second one's good.
And the Irish going back to that press that it seems like Saints has figured out since halftime. It was giving them some fits in the first half. They had multiple turnovers. I don't think we've seen any so far in this second half. And
Eli looking to go right into Holt there.
Yeah, a little bit of a wild shot. And Holt gives the Irish a 1-point lead. This is going to be an exciting 5 minutes. Oh! And Soriano with the Kung Fu chop out of bounds. Now that's a tough place to be inbounding right in front of all the BC fans.
Inbounding the basketball right in front of the Irish mob.
Oh, and that's a smart play. Smart play there by Sam. And again, the Kung Fu chop on defense. This guy's hands are everywhere. He gets in the lanes. Explosive. I think UBC coaches Blake Nill is going to be happy to see him on the field for them next year.
Yeah, that guy's going to have a successful career, both at track and on the gridiron. In and out for Wooder.
Rebound Hunter. I think he's going to the hoop here. Nice take by Hunter. Cruz Dumont. And the Irish are up by 3. Oh, it really looked like Cohey might have took an extra step there.
I almost thought that was a walk there.
Again with the Kung Fu chop, man. We're calling it that from now on. Lumtong to the hoop. Oh, wow!
And the and one.
And right away, De Silva quick to call a timeout. Smart play here by coach to call a timeout, try and neutralize the crowd. Great take there. Again, that was created off of the Kung Fu chop by MVP Soriano. And they go back the other way. A great take by Lumtong. There's a guy we talked about earlier, Lumtong. Great basketball player. He's had some trouble staying healthy this year, but when he's healthy, he can really affect a game. And that was a nice stop and start to get to the hoop and a tough finish.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what the Saints do out of the timeout here, but they're going to need to get a bucket quick, kind of weather this storm, not let the Irish momentum kind of run free here, but it looks like the Irish are picking up speed right at about the right time.
Yeah, and again, I really like the timeout by St. George's coach there. You know, it's at 5, it could get to 6 here, and you want to keep it close. You want to keep your team engaged, and you don't want to get away with what's been successful for you in the second half.
All right, so big foul shot coming up here for Lumtong. And then I'd imagine the Irish would keep sticking to that press. Just got a couple nice turnovers there, and we're able to get going in transition. You know, like we've mentioned before here, that's when the Irish are at their best, you know, running the floor, using that speed to their advantage.
JLT with his own rebound there.
Grabs his own rebound there. And we got an Irish basketball with 14 seconds left on the shot clock here.
You know, I would like to see grade 10 Cole Cruz Dumont get back into the game here. He had an excellent first half, and you know he's a scoring threat wherever he is on the court. Nice pump fake and the pass inside to Holt, and he's off on the jumper. Good defense there by Hunter Cruz Dumont.
Oh, great feed inside of Ma.
And Holt playing smart there, going straight up, knowing that he's in foul trouble. And Coach De Silva is not happy with that play there. You know,
I know he's getting on Ma for not being able to finish by the hoop. To be fair, he has struggled around the rim tonight. He's getting a lot of good looks.
Yeah.
Just not his night.
You know, he could change all that in the last 4 minutes, though, right?
And you know what? Yeah, that's going to happen. How else can you contribute on the court?
And we're seeing this 1-2-2 again from Saints. Hunter now in the middle. Big man's got a flash to the ball. They're not able to get it inside. Saints doing a really good job defending that. And Michael Chong with a big rebound. That's the second straight offensive rebound the Van College has been able to get. Hunter right through the heart of the defense. Let's go.
And that brings the Irish lead to 7 here.
And we'll see what Cohee answers here. Oh, and a big block by Holt. Hunter looking to push. And a great take. Huge finish with contact. Doesn't get the call, but he's right back up. And there's just like that, the lead is up to 9. We'll see how Saints is able to answer here. Inside to Cohee, going against Holt. And the foul's going to be on
number 5 on Jacob Holt. Oh, never mind. That's on number 3, Josh Lumtong. Good break for the Irish.
And we'll see who. Oh, and we got grade 10 Cole Cruz Dumont back in the game.
Big shots here for Cohee coming up.
We know Cole Cruz Dumont is not afraid of this big moment. Van College has got 3 great scorers on the court right now. A good senior in Michael Chong and Mr. Do-It-All MVP in Soriano. So they got a pretty good lineup here. Saints has got their big 3, the 3-headed monster with Lawson on the court as well. And another big man in Theo Bentley. 7-point lead for the Irish. Saints staying in that 1-2-2. Looking to hold the ball into the high post.
And we have the travel. Big possession here coming up for the Saints.
And you're seeing a lot of players looking pretty tired right now. Guys who have played big minutes. Big rebound there by Holt. Wow! Some might say early shot, but not when you're Cole. Cruz Dumont. Huge three.
And that brings the lead to 10.
And he took the pass from his brother there. Al Maw working hard on the glass. He's had an off night. He's had opportunities. And Coach De Silva literally just yelled. He literally just yelled, "Don't foul. We need stops." And a foul at the top, and looks like Hunter Cruz Dumont will be going to the line to shoot 2.
So we got 1:45 left on the clock here. You know, a couple stops here, and that should be the ball game for the Fighting Irish. But we've seen crazier things happen here. All right, Cruz Dumont at the line here. Less than 2 minutes to play in the series. As far as I understand, if the Irish win this by more than 5, they will clinch the independent #1 seed going into the Sea to Sky Zone Championships beginning in the next week or so here. So really crucial that they keep this 10-point lead.
Oh, and Hunter,
Cruz Dumont with a rare 0 for 2 at the line here. Saints need a bucket here.
And it looks like BC was in a
Water for 3, and it's good. And this game is far from over. Soriano bringing up the ball here for the Irish.
Wow, I love the intensity by Coach Guy De Silva there. Literally jumping up and down, slamming his feet because he wanted his team to foul Soriano and put him to the free throw line. All I can say there is just love the intensity. He was causing a fit over here, making sure he was heard.
You know, Soriano's my guy, but it's a smart play by the Saints to kind of foul him or get up and press someone who's not the primary ball handler.
Definitely.
Great opportunity to trap and look for a turnover wasted for the Saints. Well, Soriano clutches up and hits one. In and out on the 3 ball there, and that's a big rebound by Holt.
Number 5, Lawson Graham has just picked up his personal.
And Lawson Graham has fouled out of the game with his 5th there.
Number 3, Dimitri Taylor. At the line, Jacob Holt.
Holt hits his first.
Holt hits his first. He has one more.
And hits his second.
Knocks them both down and back to a 10-point lead.
And that's Al Ma with the finish underneath. As the St. George's bring the press here.
Right back to the free throw line, Jacob Holt. very impressed. It's only the second time I've seen Jacob Holt play, but seems to be the best grade 11 post for his age in BC. Maybe if not one of the best, maybe the best post. I know Centennial's got a good one. Coach Luch has got quite the squad out there with Centennial. It'll be interesting to see here which team steps up. It seems like there's quite a few teams after Centennial, Burnaby South. You can't count out Holy Cross. And I think both these teams that we're watching here, either of these teams are capable of making a run. You get hot at the right time, you start playing well, and anything could happen from here on out.
Yeah, you see every year that one team that kind of peaks at the right time and makes that run a little bit out of nowhere, not too crazy, but a team you don't necessarily expect, maybe not part of that Big Four or Big Five, and they make a run. It's basketball is about peaking at the right time.
Definitely. So we'll be tuned in to the grade 9s and making sure that grade 9 Irish team stays focused, stays tuned in. And best of luck to you as you finish off the season here.
Yeah, so the guys had the day off today, resting their bodies a bit, when we'll be ready to go hard the next 2 days.
Yeah.
And we have the zone finals coming up next week, so that should be good.
And so now for these teams, how does it work? They just changed the format around. So VC, if they're able to hold on,
yeah, so
they get the 1 seed.
They will have the 1 seed, I believe, independent if they hold on to this. And I believe Handsworth might be the 1 seed out in the North Shore.
And so the Saints still have an opportunity to get to provincial.
Oh, for sure. And Killarney are in there too for Vancouver.
Again, I will say I love the intensity that Coach Guy De Silva coaches with. He is very, very engaged in the game, knowing the situations, really on the score clock table here to make sure that they're on it as well. Very passionate coach.
Yeah, kudos to Saints here, I guess, for making a good push at the end here. Never really given up.
Hunter Cruz Dumont showing a little defense there with the block on Sam Wooder. Down to 30 seconds left in the game.
A long time to get a shot off here. And I think that could have just been the ball game there. Saints with a long time to get a shot off there. Missed the 3.
Jacob Holt going back to the line here. I'm impressed by the Irish here. They were able to withstand the third quarter onslaught. That was 18-point advantage in a 10-minute span there for St. George's, but Vancouver College was able to control the game, get it back, and Jacob Holt with another strong performance. Jacob Holt working so hard on defense. The closeout allowed the shooter didn't even take the shot. He's on the ground getting after the loose ball. this guy playing to the whistle and showing that he's got a high motor.
And we have a timeout by the Fighting Irish.
Timeout called by the Irish.
And the Vancouver College fans are now chanting, "Warm up the bus."
So what do you think? Will the Fighting Irish storm the court?
That's a no-brainer.
Or will the teachers be able to contain
I don't
them?
think the teachers stand a chance. I don't see Rick over there. I don't see Coach Burnett over there. I don't know what other big bodies we got out there to stop them. Big Coach Shams is sitting down right now too, so he's not going to be able to help. Best of luck to the Irish staff as they try. And a great cap to a great career for Hunter Cruz Dumont. Just a very special player. He'll definitely be playing at the U Sports level next year. Not sure where yet, but he is a very good player.
Van Holt gives the ball up there with
good job by him. Soriano. Josh Lumtong did a great job coming into the game and really controlling
and there's no storm of the court.
Wow.
The Saints 66.
That's a pretty good layer of staff protection they have there.
Yeah, that is a strong performance there by the Van College teaching staff. To be honest, I don't really like that. I would have liked to seen the storm of the court. St. George's did it at their side, and it's a treat for the players on the court to get the fans out there. But they're going to go over there, celebrate with them in that corner there, and seeing the handshakes now, two classy teams here, and they just might meet again.
What I want to imagine is bring back that 05 VC grad. We got Andy Roy, we got Lawrence Rickson and crew trying to stop them from getting on the court.
Definitely, there would be no chance.
Oh, but I think they're making the push now.
And there's the storm, the storming of the court. It was inevitable, and they get the full storm. Thank you all for tuning in. And good game. And that'll do it for us tonight.
I guess that's it for another year.
Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. If you are listening, feel free to hit us up, feedback. We're trying to get better every year. Hopefully we get signed again for next year.
I think this was our 5th year, I believe. So, hopefully many more ahead. I don't plan on giving this gig up. I know you don't either, so...
I mean, if the right contract's there, it's hard to say no. I'm just kidding. We do this for free. We absolutely love this.
ESPN, Sportsnet. If someone comes through, you might need to close the shop, and I might need to hang up the teaching career. But we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, and you guys enjoy the rest of your evening.